Welcome to episode 12 of What's That Bird? 2 weeks ago, I was walking through the forest and I saw an unusual bird. My first thought was that this bird is a warbler. According to the Sibley Guide to Birds, though, there are several birds that look like warblers. The book recommends that we first rule out the ruby-crowned kinglet, the white-eyed vireo, and the yellow-bellied flycatcher. Let's first take a look at the ruby-crowned kinglet. While the ruby-crowned kinglet does bear a superficial resemblance to our bird, it does not have the prominent dark line through the eye, and the plumage is also quite different. From my experience, this bird definitely cannot be a vireo, and also it is very rare to see the white-eyed vireo in Ottawa. The final candidate imposter warbler is the yellow-bellied flycatcher. However, the yellow-bellied flycatcher has a complete bold eye ring, whereas the eye ring of our mystery bird is broken at the eye line. Based on this analysis, I am confident that this bird is at least a warbler. But now we have a grave difficulty ahead of us. Warblers are harder to identify in the fall compared to the spring because the male warblers do not have their breeding plumage, which is much more distinct than the non-breeding plumage. In any case, let us try. I'm going to start with those prominent white wing bars and general coloring. How many warblers have these features? I went through the Sibley Guide and made a list of 5 warblers that look somewhat like our mystery bird. I did not really think that the mystery bird was the blue-winged warbler, and after I made this list I noticed that the blue-winged warbler does not have an eye ring. The cerulean warbler is a bit of a better match, but the cerulean warbler has a broad supercilium, whereas this bird has none. Are there any other features on our mystery bird that we can use to narrow down the possibilities? When our bird is moving around, I can see there are some streaks on the breast. The book says that the bay-breasted warbler has no streaks, so let's rule that one out too. Finally, we are down to 2 candidates. There is one other feature I noticed on our mystery bird. It seems to have some streaking on its back. The pine warbler does not have this feature. Also, I feel that the general coloring is more consistent with the blackpoll warbler. I have to admit, I'm not 100% sure about this bird. Perhaps I should give up birding and take up porcupine watching instead. Anyway, I'm going to identify this bird as the blackpoll warbler and give it a probability rating of 70%. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you again next time.